Our lesson today is about the square root of a perfect square rational number. First, let's remember together what's the meaning of rational number. The rational number is a number that can be written in the form of A over B, where A and B belong to Z and B not equal 0, as we took before in the first term. What about the square root? For example, if I want you to find the square root of number 4, we search about a number. If we multiply it by itself, the result will be 4. It's a 2 because 2 times 2 equals 4, or 2 power 2 equals 4. So the square root of 4 is 2. Another one, the square root of 9 is 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9, or 3 power 2 equals 9 also. We follow the same steps with all numbers. The square root of 16 equals 4 because 4 times 4 equals 16, or 4 power 2 equals 16 also. So I can say that 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 81, 100, they are called perfect square numbers. What about the negative numbers? If I want you to find the square root of negative 16, its meaning less or impossible, because I can't find the number. If you multiply it by itself, the result will be negative. For example, negative 4 times negative 4 equals 16, not negative 16. So the result of this number is meaningless. Let's take some notes on this part. First, if I want you to find the square root of A power 2 equals absolute value of A. For example, the square root of negative 3 power 2, you can find directly the absolute value of A, or absolute value of negative 3, which is 3. So I can cancel 2 with the square root and write the number or its absolute value. Another example, square root of negative 4 power 2. You can cancel or cross 2 with the square root and write the absolute value of negative 4 equals 4. Another example, if I want you to find square root of A power 2, B power 2, here I can take power 2 as a common power. Write the square root as it is, write AB all power 2. Then divide 2 by 2 of the square root and write absolute value of AB. Okay. Another example. Let's take an exercise on this part. First, find each of the following in the simplest form. Root 36. Ask yourself, what is the number? If you multiply it by itself, the result will be 36. It's 6, because if you multiply 6 by itself, it will be 36, or 6 power 2 equals 36 also. The second one, negative root 16 over 25. Here, the negative sign is outside the root, so write it as it is. Then, first find the square root of the numerator over the square root of the denominator, like this. Keep the negative sign. The square root of 16 is 4. The square root of 25 is 5. So the result will be negative 4 over 5. Another example. Negative 2 over 7 all power 2. As we said before, we can cross or cancel power 2 with the square root and it takes the absolute value of the number. It will be absolute of negative 2 over 7 it will be 2 over 7. Number 4, negative 0.25. First, keep the negative sign because it's outside the root. Then you can change the decimal number into fraction. 0.25 means 25 over 100. Then you can take the square root of the numerator and the square root of the denominator. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 100 is 10, and keep the negative sign. Another example, positive or negative 2 and a quarter. Here I have a mixed number inside the root, so you must change it into improper fraction, as we took before, times plus, it will be 2 times 4 equals 8, 8 plus 1 equals 9 over 4, and keep positive or negative as it is. Then put the same sign, find the square root of the first number, the square root of the second number, which will be square root of 9 is 3, square root of 4 is 2, and keep the sign positive or negative.